Coming up, we're going to have some fun today, even though I'm putting on my low tone voice. Hit the music! Podcast time.
Remix.
I'm Al.
And I'm Kayla.
And welcome to the WYP podcast. I'm sorry. I have a little less energy today. I'm just a little bit tired. So there's not a lot of oomph in my gumption.
We reversed roles because last week I was so tired. I was like zoning out on camera. When I watched it back, I was like, I zoned out again. It's okay.
I drove to a town called Hillsboro today.
Welcome to the Hillsboro.
And I have to admit I haven't had to drive that long for work, and kind of took a lot out of me. So I want to apologize ahead.
Tired.
Give me about 15, 20 minutes, and I'll get up to speed. But
okay,
as always,
yeah.
Welcome again to the YU podcast,
Welcome.
the number one podcast for our listeners. I don't have anything special to say this time. I usually do, like, I come up with something. Oh, the number one podcast for people who want to wish Tiger Woods a speedy recovery after his accident that he had this week. I'm glad that there was no alcohol or drugs involved. It just, he happened to be speeding, hit the corner, and man, he's got a long road ahead for recovery. It's like Tiger can't kind of get back to where he was.
And it's crazy because we had just finished watching his documentary.
We did
on HBO Max
the day before, because so I was going to mention this at the end of the episode anyway, but I might as well just say it now. So this past weekend, I had like a really bad panic attack, and it kind of carried over into Sunday where I couldn't sleep. Like I usually take a 5 milligram melatonin every night so I could sleep. Gummies be hidden, right? But I took it at 7, and then I could not for the life of me go to sleep. Like, no matter what I tried, I couldn't sleep. I think I got to sleep at like 8 in the morning, so I had to take off of work. So I didn't want to go out and risk putting myself in danger, putting anyone else in danger, because, I didn't get sleep. Come to find out, they really didn't work anyway. They ended up back home at 10:30, and they were doing remote training. And I was like, man, I wouldn't have slept, but I could have done that and not used my PTO.
It's all good.
But that Monday, when I woke up at like noon, we watched the second half of the documentary on HBO Max, and the overall feeling was like, Tiger worked through a lot of the demons that he had. Right. He was able to, like, he really got his life back together. He had like the comeback of ages, like the stuff that you would see in the storybooks. And then the next day, he gets in that accident and break his legs. I was like, come on now. Come on, Tiger. Both of them.
Because I didn't go back into the story after I saw the initial breaking news of it. So I didn't know, like, what was his, how his body was and stuff like that. But I know I heard something about shattered leg, but I didn't know it was both of them.
It was like compound fractures in both his legs. I was like, no. Like, what you call it?
What?
Twitter, sometimes when there's like breaking news, you'll get like a headline from Twitter, Tiger Woods involved in single car crash. I was like, no, Tiger.
Right, because then your first thing on your mind, you're thinking like, oh my God, it might have been other stuff.
It might have been
involved,
worse.
But luckily it was not.
It was not
any drugs or alcohol.
Exactly. So I'm really glad that he's okay, and I hope that his recovery, because I want him to finish his golf career the way he wants to end it, and it not be something outside of that
to do because of because of this accident.
So I mean, some players they play like more compact sports like football, come back from injuries similar or worse, and they come back and they're able to finish their career. So I hope he has that opportunity to do that.
Right.
So before we get into today's episode, and today we're going to be doing some movie trivia like we did last month because we enjoyed it, and I know a lot of you enjoyed as well.
It was fun.
It was. So we sat down and came up with some more again. Maybe we'll have another spirited debate like we had the last time. But speaking of spirited debate, there is something that I want to bring up.
Okay.
That happened today while I was at work. So I had
pretty sure I don't know about it because
you don't, because I didn't get a chance to bring it up to you.
Okay.
So I was saving it for the show because we got to have something to talk about before we get into the festivities as we do. Mm-hmm. So I had two people following me, and then I went to help someone. They needed a drill, so I went to go help them, and we ended up being there for a while. So the subject of The Rock came up. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
What about him?
And one of my, they're not trainees. I can't call them trainees anymore, but one of the people that was following me, he said The Rock was a fraud.
Ooh.
And that sparked a, I won't say heated, but it was very spirited debate.
Okay.
Because
amongst you guys.
Yeah, because of the four of us, three of us were trying to figure out his mindset, and like he couldn't. I don't think he could explain it the way he wanted to, and no matter how we tried to like maybe change his mind, he was just kind of set in his ways.
Okay.
That The Rock was a fraud, and I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
And I want
why are you laughing?
Because I keep replaying in my head kind of how
combo?
It played out.
Okay.
So essentially what he felt was, did you know that The Rock in, I think it was one of the Fast and Furious movies, the first one that he was in, he had something written in his contract, and he also did this for Hobbs and Shaw too, that both characters have to take equal amount of punches. They have to take, like, no one can be more, like, no one can actually win the fight. It has to be like a draw, like, every time. Okay. And it's written in his contract. Okay. And that he felt that if The Rock was this big name actor, that there was no reason for him to do that. And no matter how we tried to, like, and another thing, he was saying that The Rock is like the highest paid actor every year, but his acting ability doesn't warrant him making that kind of money. So I want to ask you, knowing just those parts, and there may be other parts, but sometimes, you just kind of tune out the rest of it because I don't know. He was just, no matter what we said, he was just set on it. What do you think?
Okay. You asking what I think in regards of what he said, or in regards of everything you just laid out as far as like the thing about the punching and then the stuff about the being the highest paid?
Both. So start with what you think about what he was saying. Okay,
so I'm trying to understand, did he give an explanation on why he thinks he's a fraud?
He tried.
'Cause I want to know his explanation on where does the fraudulent activity come from?
He felt that so with that, he was like, The Rock is supposed to be The Rock. Like, it shouldn't matter if another actor gets more punches in a scene than he does. So why is he making such a big deal about it where it has to be written into his contract?
Gotcha. So because of that situation in particular, he's saying he's a fraud, not because like he think he's a fraud for real, like not basing it off of wrestling or anything in the past, as far as like any other movies and stuff like that. Okay. I wouldn't say a fraud per se. I mean, I feel like he's just saying, like, he wants to keep up his, what's the word, like status or whatever. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he wants to keep up the status or the look that he portrays his brand to be.
That makes sense.
So if he's losing a fight in a movie, it's not him being The Rock, because people are used to The Rock, even in the wrestling world, of winning and being a champion. So like that's why he in the status of movies he's in today, because of his wrestling career.
Right.
So he has to keep up with that whole, like, I'm Rocky, the champ, the wrestler, and all that stuff.
I'm the most electrifying man in all entertainment.
I wouldn't say it's him being a fraud. It's just him keeping up with his brand. And, like, you have to save face for your brand. But it ain't being a fraud, I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, it's just being in the business.
One point that I was really trying to like hammer home, and this is some of the issues that I have when I try to have conversations with people, is that, they'll say what they say and you hear their point. And then the moment you start to speak a counterpoint, before you even get like your fourth word out, they start cutting you off because they're not really listening.
But what you think about it?
So here's what I don't think he understood. And it's that when The Rock was breaking into Hollywood from wrestling, he was met with cold shoulders and awful looks and like, who do you think you are, a wrestler trying to come into the glitz and glamour of Hollywood? Like, if we didn't make you, we don't care. So he said this in an interview, and I don't remember which one, but he was like, he was told by his agent when he signed with an agency that he needed to distance himself from wrestling. So there was a time, if you remember, where he dropped The Rock from his name and he would just go by Dwayne Johnson. Yeah. And it was like, okay, so Hollywood kept trying to tell him who they thought he should be. And the first run of like Disney films, he slimmed down a ton. He looked different. He didn't really look like The Rock that we remember from wrestling. And then he ended up like, he would get booked for gigs that like didn't really suit him.
Right, his brand.
Yeah, and then
doing what Hollywood wanted him to do.
Exactly. And then he did Tooth Fairy. That again, and I say this a lot, that's one of the films that I can't actually sit through because it's hard for me to watch. I know, like, I heard it was bad, and then I tried to watch it, and then I just couldn't finish it. So knowing that, and then him like kind of taking back control of who he is and his career and getting to the point where he is now. Because
when he switched it back, which like movie was that?
I believe it was
doing the fast stuff, or
it was around that time, because he had really kind of jacked back up to. He's actually, when he started like really lifting again, that was the biggest he was at that point. Now he's just like super. He's just huge for like no reason.
Cause like he was doing stuff like the Rundown and Walking Tall and all that stuff. And then he wasn't as big as he is now. Yeah, when he started doing Disney, when he started doing Fast, like the franchise and all that stuff. That's when he kind of switched it back, cut his hair. Yep. And got big. Went ahead.
Because I mean, around that time, Rocky was going bald. And it was like, you can keep holding on, but you holding on for you. Just go ahead and cut it off, Dwayne. Right. Like, we don't care anymore. Right. But he cut his hair. He had like the goatee. He was like super testosterone driven. And then
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then with the money thing, like, I mean, of course he's not no Denzel or nothing like that, but he getting paid that because of the person that he is. Yeah. Like, it's the brand again, like I said.
That was the point he tried to bring. It was like, he's not really a good actor. The thing about Hollywood and the thing about audiences that I have learned is that if you try to do anything different from what they establish you to be, they start to like turn their heads and stop watching. So if The Rock does action movies and buddy cop movies or whatever, and then turn around and do something super serious and try to be like a thespian, other than when he does like the TV shows, people are like, I'm not paying my money to see The Rock be in a romantic comedy. Like, I'm not putting down my hard-earned $9.50 for that. I want to see The Rock shoot some guns and blow up some stuff and hit the people's eyebrow one good time,
because they paying for the name and the action, really. So that's why he have all these movies that come out in a year. And the people pay them. Yeah.
Now, another point I tried to get across is, I understand like there's an oversaturation of The Rock, and I get that, but I wouldn't say
you said that a while back.
Yeah, I was like, man, I think I'm kind of tired of seeing The Rock, and then you don't see him because COVID and stuff, so it kind of like slowed down. But he had the movies. Then he had the Titan games, and he had Ballers, and he had something else. Right. Now he's got a tequila, and he's got an energy drink, and he's got Young Rock, which is actually decent. It's actually good, but he's only in it a little bit, and then it focuses on like his younger self.
Right.
But I kind of understand, but I would never. I think I think he said it too. He didn't mean fraud. I think he meant that The Rock was fake. He felt manufactured, and I'm like, Hollywood is manufactured.
All of Hollywood is, manufactured. So it's like, if you're gonna call him fake, you might as well call everybody in Hollywood fake, because a lot of people are writing things that they want, demands prior to taking a role. So you can't just put that on him. Like, half of the big actors nowadays write those in their demands. So it's like, it is what it is. That's just like their preference of what they want. So I guess you might as well call all of Hollywood, fake or fraud.
I mean, when you think about it, if you really look at it, they kind of are. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of actors and actresses, after a certain amount of time, they kind of get disenfranchised with like the Hollywood machine, and they end up doing something else. Like Jordan Peele. He was acting, and he's phenomenal. He's hilarious. He can act. And then he auditioned for the Emoji Movie to be like the poop emoji. And he didn't get it, and he was like, I'm like stressing out over an audition to play like a digitized poop emoji. Like, so he retired from acting, and now he's writing, producing, and directing. Got an Oscar. So a lot of people just get away from that machine that Hollywood is. What I commend about The Rock is, he didn't at first he was letting Hollywood dictate to him what they wanted from him. Right. Because he was like, I'm willing to pay my dues, so I'm going to go ahead, like, whatever you want me to do. You want me to take these kids in a cab and race to Rich Mountain, then fine.
I've never seen that movie either.
Really?
It's more than one, right?
I think there's like 3 or 4 different versions of the film.
Seen none of them.
The one with The Rock's pretty good.
Wait, they all don't have them in there?
No.
Oh, I mean, I just
like the first one came out in like the 60s or 70s, and then
there was one back then.
Yeah,
I had
pretty
no
much.
idea. I didn't know.
There are a lot of Disney movies that are remakes from other Disney movies.
Okay,
like no, Absent Minded Professor wasn't Disney, and that
never heard of that.
It's you heard of The Nutty Professor?
Duh.
Okay, it's based off of the Absent Minded Professor.
I had no idea.
The difference
I thought the first Nutty Professor was,
oh man,
Eddie Murphy.
There are so many films that are like remakes of other films.
Okay,
I think The Bodyguard was a remake.
Didn't know that.
Yep. See,
I always thought it was just Whitney.
We getting into trivia before we actually get into the questions.
Whitney and, what's his name?
Kevin Costner.
I mean, Kevin Costner. I'm about to say Nicolas Cage.
he kind of looks like Nicolas Cage, right? Right? No,
look nothing alike.
Kevin Costner. I actually don't remember any of The Bodyguard. Like, none of it. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to watch it.
I know the songs.
Right.
Because, well, this isn't on my list. I can go ahead and use it. But I found out that the Bodyguard soundtrack was the highest selling. Oh, that's on your list?
Good thing I put some bonuses on mine, because that was one of the questions on my thing.
Well, how about that? See, that's why you put extra.
I was like, what was the highest grossing soundtrack ever? And then boom,
that would
The Bodyguard.
be Le Bodyguard, which makes sense.
You?
I mean, look, we was both prepping for the show. I'm pretty sure we ended up on the same websites looking up the same stuff.
Yeah, we probably got some of the same.
I'm pretty sure we do. It's going to get to a point where we're like, we're not even going to get through all 10. We're just going to do like 7 and be like, all right, let's go ahead and wrap up the show for the day.
That's funny.
But
anyway.
yes, The Bodyguard was the highest selling soundtrack of all time at 45 million copies. And it's crazy because if you ask a lot of people what the movie was about, they don't remember.
But they remember that soundtrack.
They remember the soundtrack. How can you not?
Yeah.
They'd be like, the soundtrack is banging. The movie, not so much. But I'm saying all that to say,
since I've seen the movie too.
I think it's on one of these streaming services. We got 13,000 of them.
I know.
But I think it's easy to sit back and judge somebody else and say, oh, what they're doing is manufactured. Yeah. An image is manufactured. You have to present yourself in a certain way for people to buy into what you're doing.
Right.
And, from what I've heard.
Doing his job.
Exactly. Like, he comes across as really nice. And I haven't heard anyone really like say too many bad things about him. Like they'll say he wants to keep things controlled when it comes to like how he does business, but they'll never flat out say like, man, The Rock is an asshole. Like you never hear that.
They'll be like, oh, he rude and he don't want to talk to fans or nothing like that.
Matter of fact, I remember when he was wrestling, one of the knocks on him was that he was so willing to like do business. And what that means is like, if he's a champion, he's willing to lose to make the other person look good. And it's like, that's what wrestling should be.
Right.
It shouldn't be just about you. It should be about making the business better for the next generation. And he was willing to do that. And people were like, well, like that doesn't make anyone great. It does in the long term because it continues. Like the WWE wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for him making the sacrifices to build stars that can take over when he left.
Right.
But that's
all about the business.
That's a different discussion. For a different day. But I'm glad we were able to have that talk.
Me too.
Watch Young Rock on Hulu. It's actually good. There's only 2 episodes. The first episode feels kind of disjointed, but I think they did that.
They was trying to find their foot.
Yeah, honestly, it's like they had to show you they're going to go through the 3 different stages of his life, childhood, whatever. And then second episode, they really focused on one of his stories as a teenager. And I was like, okay, that makes more sense. So if they do it where, next week is where he's in college and he's got a situation that happens there,
right?
Then
focus
cool.
on that.
Yeah.
And then flip on back to the younger years.
Exactly. So every episode could be a different stage. And then, Randall Park gets extra work because Randall Park is awesome.
I was about to say, who's Randall Park? But I know who Randall Park is now.
All right. Are you ready to get into some trivia that I haven't already thrown out there?
It's time for some trivia.
I told you.
Oh,
you gave me about 15, 20 minutes. I was going to get my energy going.
Good. So for the people who are tuning in for the first time, let them know what this trivia is about.
So the YU trivia. I know you're not going to talk about my stutter. Okay. I see how it is.
I'm just playing with you.
Okay. So, this segment started out as Black Card Revoked, which was a segment where we would watch films that were popular in Black culture that I did not get to experience because my mom was super strict on a lot of stuff that I got to indulge in. Well, we got through a lot of those and pretty much we don't have any more to watch. And
he pretty much has his Black card back. So
yes.
Then we were like, okay, let's move on to something different.
Yes.
And then we thought about movie.
You can't talk now. Movie. Trivia. So what?
Like movies.
What we did is we picked 10 different questions to ask each other. Each of us have to not come up with an answer, but do our best to answer it. We're not taking score or anything. This is
Don't be cheating. Looking at my booty.
First of all I see is this, and then I have a nice ambiance for this episode. So there's no bright lights, so I can't really read. I'm gonna have to pull mine close.
Flashing.
So
lights. Okay,
did I start last time? Do you remember?
I cannot remember because my mind is bad.
My mind's gone crazy. Go ahead and you give me mine first, cause let's go ahead and get the party rolling.
All right, let's get this party started.
Oh, okay, man. Alkaline water is delicious, by the way. Go ahead.
It is. Okay, your first question: name 5 movies that has Terrence Howard in it.
Why would you do this to me?
Terrence Deshaun Howard.
Why would you even fix your lips to say, okay, all right, The Best Man.
Yeah.
Best Man Holiday.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Hustle and Flow. And Glitter.
Okay. Oh, the fact that you remembered he was in Glitter is so funny.
Because he walked around with that sideways fedora. Like, hey, man, where my money, man?
I didn't think he was going to remember that part.
Hey, man, I ain't playing with you, man. You going to have to give me my money, man.
Also, there's Crash.
Forgot about Crash.
Big Mama's House.
Forgot about. He was always playing some kind of shiesty Negro, man.
He was always shady.
You thought you could run from me? Was her name Sheila? I don't know.
I can't remember.
You think you could run from me, Sheila? I love you. That's my son. He got my money in his toy chest. I don't know. I ain't seen Big Mama's House.
The money was in the toy chest.
Oh.
And Four Brothers. He's in that too.
I've only seen Four Brothers once.
Once. Okay.
Yeah. Because, you know, I guess.
You couldn't take Tyrese?
Yeah. Listen. Okay. I don't really have an issue with Tyrese. I just have an issue with them like making Tyrese being like the overly annoying black guy in the movie.
He gotta scream in every movie.
I mean, the only parts that I liked was like Ejecto Cuz and like one other thing that I can't even think of.
What's Ejecto Cuz?
From Too Fast, Too Furious. Because in one of the cars he was driving, he had an ejector seat and he had like a Hispanic guy. So when he hit the button and launched Ejecto Cuz.
Oh, okay.
You know, super black and obnoxious.
And loud.
Just awful. And I was like, Tyrese. And then, you know, when they went to go talk, this was the other part. This is the part I actually liked. When he went, he was having an issue with the cops because they had to go talk with the cops. And they had like burgers and stuff. And he walked up and he snatched their food. He was like, I told you, man, we hungry. And he just started eating their food. I was like, that's actually kind of funny. Everything else I could kind of do without with Tyrese.
What more do you want from me?
That wasn't acting though. That was real life.
That was real life. It was.
Oh. My microphone done twisted out on me. Hold on, let me tighten this up real quick. It's probably gonna fall again. All right.
Okay.
I got some doozies for you.
Okay.
Okay. What college football program did Forrest Gump play for?
What college football program?
Mm-hmm.
Program.
When you play college sports, it's called a program.
Okay.
So let me rephrase this. Where did Forrest Gump go to college? Because he played football there.
That I cannot remember. I just remember him running and running and running.
I was running.
Oh my God. Was it Alabama?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
That's all you got to say.
Oh, that's it?
It's the University of Alabama.
Oh, okay. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The way I remembered this, I was picturing the movie, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was picturing him running. And his jersey was red and white, right?
That's right.
So
Crimson
I was like,
and
red and white is Alabama.
That's right.
Boom.
You want to know what's crazy? The way, first of all, like when I first saw Forrest Gump as a kid, like I thought it was the greatest movie ever. But like when you rewatch it, it's like, you know, there are some things I have issues with, especially for it being like a best picture.
Oh.
No, just like overall, that won over Pulp Fiction, and Pulp Fiction is one of the greatest movies ever made.
You feel like Pulp should have won over Forrest?
Definitely. Just I can rewatch.
After rewatching it as an adult, though.
Yes,
that's why you feel.
Yes.
Okay.
As a kid, though, like I like the story, and then like the second half kind of lags a little bit, so that was where the issues come in. But if you think about it, Forrest was running away from bullies who was chasing him in a truck, and then he just happened to go to the school and run past everybody. And the legendary Bear Bryant was there and gave him a scholarship to play football. Mm-hmm. So does that mean Forrest Gump won national championships? It does. I guess. I don't know. It's confusing. Anyway.
He won the pink. He won. You
talk about my stutter. Here you go.
He won the ping pong stuff.
He did. Forrest Gump. What's cool, really what I like about like the story and like the theme is that people try to, it just goes back to what I was talking about with The Rock. Like people try to put you in certain, they try to pigeonhole you because of where you came from or who you are, or if you have a mental disability.
Yeah.
And Forrest was able to accomplish so many things in his life that people didn't think he should have because he may not have been mentally there where everyone else was.
But he didn't see it as that.
He didn't. And his mama didn't let him. So he didn't, and when everyone tried to put him in that spot, nope, you're not gonna do me like that.
He helped Lieutenant Dan and Bubba.
Forrest, I never thanked you for saving my life. Okay,
Lieutenant Dan. Okay,
you got legs, Lieutenant Dan. That's stupid.
Okay, so let me see here. I ain't going in order. I like to go out of order.
That's fine. You do what you do.
So what I'm gonna say here. Okay. What type of food gave Hitch an allergic reaction in the movie Hitch?
Shellfish. Like, was it shrimp?
Yeah.
Or it was either shrimp or crab.
It was one of those. Yeah. That got his lip big and all that stuff. Had him drinking that Benadryl like it was some water.
That's so funny.
What?
Just like the start of the reaction. I mean, it's not funny if it happens in real life, of course.
Right, but it was just funny on the movie because he was trying to act like he wasn't having it until he saw his face.
Then he just he's sipping the Benadryl with a straw, and I'm like, are you taking a cab home? Because you should actually be dead from all of this Benadryl you knocking down.
That's an overdose.
That is an overdose. Okay.
Overdose.
Here we go.
Overdose.
In the movie Speed, the bus has to stay above blank miles per hour to not explode.
Oh my god. I know this, but I can't think of it. Not the music. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm picturing the speedometer. Is it speedometer or speedometer?
Okay.
I'm picturing that in my head.
It's a speedometer.
Speedometer. Okay.
Speedometer.
I'm picturing that in my head and where it needed to stay so that the bus wouldn't blow up. I'm thinking, I'm just going to guess because I cannot remember the exact number. I'm going to guess it's either, it's somewhere between like 30 and 40.
Is that your final answer?
I'm going to say an exact number in a minute, but I know that it's somewhere between 30 and 40. I'm just trying to look at your eyes, gauge if I'm close.
You want me to give you an answer? Look.
So I'm going to go with 35. And what? I'm going to go with 30.
I'm trying to keep a blank face.
That's my final answer.
Final answer? That's not right. They had to stay. It was 50 miles per hour.
Okay.
There's a bomb on this
said
bus.
40 to 50.
If it drops below 50 miles per hour, we explode.
It's been a minute.
It's one of my favorites. Yeah. I love Speed. Anytime it pops up somewhere, I gotta watch it.
And they had Red up there driving that bus. Red from
Hey lady, this ain't no bus stop.
What's the name of the movie? 5 Heartbeats.
You just know him as Red. That's terrible.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Red.
Let's keep this party going.
All right. Okay. I already asked you that one. Okay. What movie was this where there were 3 black women who put men into space?
Hidden Figures.
Bonus.
Okay.
Name the 3
Actresses. I'm glad you said that because if you said their characters. Okay. Octavia Spencer. Taraji Henson. What's the singer's name? God.
Come on.
I can see her face. Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. I know things.
You know people and stuff.
I gotta go 2 hours to use the bathroom. That was in that movie.
Oh.
Because they wouldn't let her use the bathroom there, so she had to go all the way across campus to the colored building.
Okay. It's been a minute since I've seen it. We should watch it.
Well. Yeah. You know how I feel about movies.
Oh, well.
No. You know how I feel about movies where it's like we are oppressed in some way.
Like that. Sorry.
Just smacking all in the microphone. That's fine. Do what you do.
Time period movies.
No. Just okay, yes, because it constantly reminds me that America has come far, but not far enough. If it's 100-yard dash, America is at the 30-yard line. We are not anywhere where we need to be.
We used to be.
Exactly. All right, so I asked you this one, and I asked you this one. Okay, here's a good one. Here's a long one.
Okay.
Name the 6 Mission Impossible films.
Oh, you gotta think. Mission Impossible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Awful. Well, I mean, you got 1, 2, and 3. So.
What you mean?
Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible 2.
Oh.
So Mission Impossible 1. Mission Impossible 2. Mission Impossible 3. So you got those 3.
Right.
The next 3 have like it's like a long. It's a title.
It's a title, but I don't remember.
You don't remember? You want me to go ahead and just tell them to you?
I can explain to you maybe like 1 or 2, like what happened in it.
I mean, I know that, but all that does is just extend it.
Just tell me.
All right, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Oh, I knew that.
Here we go. Oh, I knew that one too.
No, after the fact.
Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation.
Oh yeah.
I'm not about to play with you. And Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
What's the name of the next one? It don't have a name. I just want to. Yeah.
Right now, made a name yet? It's still in in the incubator.
Did you hear Tom Cruise going off on people because of not wearing masks when they was filming Mission Impossible 7?
No. Somebody got some live feed? What, they videotaped them? They got the audio.
You got to hear. He's just going off on them. Pretty much.
Oh, Uncle Tom. I mean, not like that.
Well, you know.
I mean, when you think about him, he looked like somebody's dad or uncle. So
you better not say that in front of 5'4" Tom. Matter of fact, Tom Cruise will walk right up to your face because y'all the same height. Look here, Missy.
Ain't really that short.
Tom Cruise is like 5'5", 5'4".
Oh,
yeah,
so he's just a little bit taller than me because I'm short.
You're 5'3". Oh, okay.
What, you about to give me 5'4"?
I'm about to give you 5'4".
I mean, I might be now. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I might have grew a little bit.
I mean, I've always been taller, so it really don't matter.
Yep.
That's
what you like
terrible.
6?
I'm either 6'2" or 6'3". I might be 6'1" now because of my knees.
Oh no, I thought you were 6'4".
Nah, I wish I was 6'4".
Either way, you still taller than me.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Well, I can't use that one. You was talking about it. The body good.
So
I take that off.
The stuff that you want.
So, who played David Ruffin in the Temptations
Leon.
movie? What's his last name?
Leon's last name?
Yeah.
He has a last name?
He does.
When was the last time anyone called Leon other than Leon?
I mean, they always just call him Leon, but I know his last name. Do you?
Bridges?
No.
I don't know.
That's a singer.
Leon Bridges is a singer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. I was just throwing out last names.
Yeah.
Leon McGee? Let me stop. Just tell me what his last name is.
It's a general last name. You might be able to figure it out. Yeah.
Johnson.
No.
Jefferson.
No.
Alexander Hamilton.
It ends with an O-N.
Oh, and
because you said Johnson, Jefferson, Hamilton. What's another one with an O-N in it?
I don't know.
Come on.
I really don't know.
Robinson.
Really?
Leon Robinson.
I see why he went with just Leon.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he add the little asterisk? Not the asterisk. The little what is the thing that they put on the top of the E for the Leon?
Oh no, he ain't got that on there.
Okay, I could have swore
kinda
when
like
I was.
How Beyonce got the thing at the top. Nah. Well, maybe he do it. I
was thinking like he got once he dropped his last name. I keep thinking of like Cool Runnings, and I see it in like the credits, but maybe I'm just old and tired and starting to lose my mind. I don't know. All right.
Well,
you ready?
Yeah.
Which film did Sylvester Stallone write that won Best Picture?
Rocky.
Good job.
Of course.
Good job.
Adrian.
Yo, Adrian, I did it. Yo, Adrian, we did it. Let me tell you something. Sylvester Stallone's the man. He's one of those ones like he believed in himself. He wrote Rocky, and then now he's actually, I told you about this. He's recutting Rocky 4. I can't wait to see it. Let's go. Let's keep this party rolling.
Okay, so name at least 3 popular movie stars from the movie The Outsiders.
The Outsiders. Mm-hmm. When did this movie come out?
I can Google it. I can't remember what year it came out. I think it was the 80s.
It was the 80s?
Yeah.
So I'm just off the top of my head. Right? No, well, I've never seen it.
Oh, but you know of it.
Well, was Emilio Estevez in it?
Yes.
Okay.
We had to read the book in school and watch the movie.
Was Josh Brolin in it?
I don't know who Josh Brolin is.
You actually do know who Josh Brolin is if I tell you some of the stuff that he's been in. But
is that the one who was in like one of those latest Men in Black?
Yes.
Okay.
And he was Thanos.
Josh Brolin was Thanos?
Yes, he was.
For real?
Yeah. He was also Cable in Deadpool 2.
Interesting.
Yep.
I did not know Josh Brolin was in it.
Okay,
I
so
do not think he was in it, but let me double check.
was River Phoenix?
No.
Kiefer Sutherland.
I don't know who that is.
Kiefer Sutherland was in 24.
I can't remember 24.
The show 24?
I never watched it.
Okay. What?
Names of other people.
Okay, because again, I've never seen it.
These are like the top billed people nowadays.
Yeah. Nowadays.
I mean, they were top billed in the 90s too.
Okay, so I got Emilio Estevez at least.
You did.
Is Demi Moore in it?
No.
Okay. What's he played in Parks and Rec? Rob Lowe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Rob Lowe.
So that's 2.
And oh God.
I ain't gonna give you this hint. I was gonna give you a hint.
Give me a small one. Give me a small hint if you can.
We've just watched him recently in the show that we like on Netflix.
Show that we like.
And AD likes to say the name of the show sometimes too.
Ralph. No. Yep, Ralph Macchio. Mm-hmm. I honestly didn't know he was in anything else other than Karate Kid.
Oh yeah. He was in The Outsiders.
Okay.
He's one of the main characters.
So
you got 3.
You got any more? What you got written down?
Matt Dillon, Tom Cruise,
Dillon,
Patrick Swayze.
Oh,
all the people who basically they got their start in this movie and then they made it big.
Tom Cruise before the dental work.
Yep. They were all super young. They looked like they was like 16, 17.
They probably were. Okay.
Patrick Swayze.
That's nice.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Which movie holds the all-time record for F-bombs?
Ooh. All-time record?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like... Okay, before I answer this. What year did the movie come out?
I don't have the exact year, but it was like 2010, 2011, something like that.
Oh, so what I was going to say, I'm glad I asked this question first because I was going to say something else.
Okay.
I was going to say a movie from the 90s, but clearly that's not it.
Mm-mm.
This came out in like 2010, 2011?
It came in like the 20... Yeah, I know it came out in the 2010s. Maybe...
F-bombs?
F-bombs.
Were there a lot of women in this movie?
Technically, no.
No. Not
really. Like, they weren't prominent. They were in it, but they weren't like...
Was this a comedy?
Yes. What? Would you...
Were they on a vacation?
They went on a vacation at a point.
At some point.
Uh-huh.
But the whole movie wasn't.
The movie spans a few decades. It's almost 3 hours long.
Almost 3 hours long. A few decades.
Yep. Spans from like
and
early
it is a
70s.
Comedy or it's not a comedy? Early 70s.
Okay, it starts in the early 70s, goes definitely through the 80s. Partially in the 90s.
Is Leonardo in it?
Yes, he is.
Beanie Hanna. Beanie. Oh, what's the name of the movie? Hold on. It's coming to me. Is it that Wall Street movie?
You got the second part. You got the second part of the title.
Wall Street.
The Wall Street's the second part. Don't put Wall Street in the front. The blank of Wall Street.
The
say it. You got it.
Wolf.
Yes.
Wolf.
You're sitting there like what? Jesus. Bonus. How many times did they say it?
The Wolf of Wall Street.
How many times did they say it? Just throw out a wild number.
50?
Oh no, it's
more than that?
It's like 3 times that. No, not even 3 times. 332 times.
Dang. 332 times they said it in there?
Mm-hmm. In the span of like 2 hours and 55 minutes.
Wow, okay. Beanie Hanna.
Terrible.
That was a good movie. We hadn't seen that in a long time either.
We haven't because they keep taking it off of streaming sites. Probably because of all the F-bombs. I don't know. You can only get streaming rights for so long, and then it becomes expensive to keep it.
Then they got to move it to the next site.
Pretty much.
That makes sense. All right. Let me see what I got here for you.
Okay.
This actor was in these movies? Psycho, American Hustle, The Dark Knight.
Christian Bale.
Okay. All I had to say was The Dark Knight, huh?
You meant American Psycho, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because when you said Psycho, I immediately thought Norman Bates, but that's actually the character in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're right.
Christian Bale.
I feel like as soon as I said Dark Knight, you was gonna get it.
What was the second one you said?
American Hustle.
I was gonna get about like American Hustle was like a ton of people in that, so it was gonna take me a while.
I was right when I said Psycho because he was in the remake of Psycho.
No, he wasn't.
Well,
No. There are different ones. You can look it up.
Let me look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it that he was in?
I believe, I haven't seen it, but I believe it's called American Psycho because he plays like a yuppie. So yeah.
Bale.
Yeah. He's another one of those ones. He likes to yell at people sometimes on set. Right.
Came out 2000.
I need to see it though. I think the only reason why I haven't seen it is because I don't know. I wasn't interested kind of when it came out, and
I've never seen it either.
That was still around the time
as a gruesome serial killer by night.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Willem Dafoe's in it, and Reese Witherspoon. And Jared Leto.
I know about that one because there's a scene that they show. They like reference it all the time.
One day.
Okay, let's keep the party rolling, shall we?
Yeah.
What was the name of the barbershop in Coming to America?
There was a name.
There was a name.
Did they mention the name, or was it?
They mentioned the name, and like it was on the wall, and the Jewish character kind of referenced it one time when they were talking about Martin Luther King. Like I met Martin Luther King. He came right in here. Something like that.
Luther King Day. I've never known the name of the barbershop.
Really?
Like when they walked in, did they say the name?
I don't think they did. I don't think so. Matter of fact, we got to rewatch Coming to America because the second one comes out next Friday. Oh. WandaVision and Coming to America.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the barbershop. What is it?
It was called My T Sharp.
Like Mighty Sharp.
Yep.
Mighty Sharp. Okay.
Yeah. They should change the sign from Mighty Sharp to the Three Putzes.
Oh, yep. That's what the Jewish guy said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you learn something new every day because I ain't paying attention to that part.
You win some, you lose some. All right, let's keep going. What you got?
All right. Name 5 Tupac movies. What?
He was in 5 movies?
He was actually, when I looked it up, they say he was in 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, like smaller. Okay.
Yeah, like smaller roles and stuff.
Okay.
But name 5.
Above the Rim.
Mm-hmm.
Juice.
Mm-hmm.
Poetic Justice.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one where he played a cop? Dang. I can't think of the name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going. No.
Let me just tell you that.
Yeah, just tell me. Now. Just tell me.
Gang related.
And
Gridlocked.
Okay.
Had you heard of Gridlocked?
I've heard of both of those. I just couldn't remember the titles.
I think Gang related is where he played the cop.
I think so.
Because I remember him having a suit on. Something like that at the time. But yeah, though.
Tupac.
Okay. Watch Gridlocked.
All right. Here's a good one.
What
was the name of the dolphin Ace Ventura was trying to rescue?
Dolphin?
In Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
Sorry, I keep on.
And you keep
that water be hitting those.
And you keep slamming the cup on the table. You need to chill out.
Sorry.
Anyway, in Ace Ventura Pet Detective, Ace is hired by an NFL team to rescue their kidnapped mascot.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the dolphin that was kidnapped?
Was it a female dolphin?
I don't think.
Female.
I think it was a male.
So it's a male name?
No. Just think of pet names. Didn't we watch
Sparky? I don't know. You said pet names.
Sparky, Sparky's a dog name. Why would you name a dolphin Sparky? It's in the water. It would die. I
automatically thought about Sparky as a
it would
pet name,
electrocute to death.
What were you about to say? Think about what?
No, I was just saying think of pet names like
Bill. I don't know.
Bill, not a science guy.
What's a pet name? I don't know. Wait, hold
on.
Okay. Sandy. What else? What does it start with?
S.
So it's not Sandy.
No, I would have told you if it was Sandy.
Sheba.
What is it? A dog?
Sarah. Sandra.
Now you're just going into human names.
Is it a male or female name?
Neither.
So it's general.
Yeah.
It can be a Sydney. Sydney can be a boy or girl.
It's not a human name.
Wait. So what's a pet
It's more
name
like
with
an. It's more like an item, not an item. It's more like. Oh my God! I'm trying to figure out a way to give you a hint.
So it starts with an S.
And
it's like a general pet name.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be named a person. Like a person wouldn't be named after this.
A pet would be named this. You really wouldn't name it. You wouldn't use this name for anything but a pet.
I don't know. Just tell me.
Snowflake.
Snowflake. Snowflake. Okay.
Oh,
Snowflake.
goodness.
A dolphin named Snowflake. I'm talking about Sandy, Sandra.
What was the last one you said?
Sandy. Huh?
Oh, God. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you talking about when I said Sheba? No.
It's a lie.
Okay.
Africa.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sweating in this hoodie. All right, let's go.
Which Disney princess was inspired by an actual person?
Mulan.
No.
Really?
That's not the answer to this question.
I mean, it's technically true.
I mean, that wasn't the first one.
The first one.
I mean, I didn't ask if that was the first one. But the answer that I have came out before Mulan.
Okay. Disney princess.
Yes.
So, that was inspired by a real person?
Yes.
Anastasia is not a Disney princess.
I don't know.
Is that the answer, though?
I know Anastasia, but I don't know if she's a Disney princess.
Okay,
but
so
that's not the answer.
All right, so let's go through the Disney princesses. You got Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty.
You gonna go through them all until I be like, you right?
Pretty much. Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Ariel. Shout out to Ariel, my sister. Belle, Nala. She's not a Disney princess though. Who else? Who am I missing? Jasmine.
You missing this person?
Okay. I'm trying to remember like. Is it?
Keep on thinking.
Okay, I know Robin Hood. Nope, because that was that. I give up. What is it?
Pocahontas. What?
I'm so mad at myself.
You didn't think about Pocahontas?
Of all the ones I would forget, it was Pocahontas.
Yes.
And of course, it ain't
that came
Mulan.
out before Mulan.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
Okay.
Okay. What district were Katniss Everdeen and Peter Millark from? My bad.
They were from. Make sure I got this right.
You sound super confident. You were like,
sure, and I was like, wait, is this right? District 12.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Wow.
Let me tell you something.
Meow, pew, pew, pew.
Okay. What made me remember? Okay. Why you looking at me like that?
You were telling me a story.
Oh, okay. So, the other day, was one of my college friend's birthday, right? She was also one of the ones who I went to that Ethiopia trip with, right? And I remember before the trip, you had gave me this bracelet, and it had District 12. I can't talk. 12. It had District 12 on it. And so I had posted a picture to tell her happy birthday, and it was a picture of us in this restaurant in Ethiopia. And I remember seeing the bracelet on my hand, and so I was picturing District 12 on there with the black and white on there, and then that's what made me remember.
I missed that bracelet.
I lost it in Africa.
You lose a lot of my stuff.
In Africa. Wait, I don't lose a lot of your things in the past.
Well, you...
Wait. I've gotten better at this. In the past, I have lost a lot of your things or things that you have given to me. But recently, in the past like 2 or 3 years, I've been good at not losing stuff. You
just be moving my stuff and I can't find it. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Recently?
Like, all the time. You be moving my stuff.
I do not recall.
Of course you don't.
But as far as losing things, I have not lost.
Child lost recently. My whole class ring.
Don't bring up the past. I've asked for forgiveness for that.
Till this very day, my mom will not let me live that down.
What, about the class ring?
About the class, because it was like a $300 thing.
I mean, didn't I tell you to give it to me? I'm just saying.
Okay, that's fine.
What you give it to me for?
Come on, working. Let's go.
It's your turn to give me.
I just gave you that one.
What was it?
The District 12, and then you went into the whole story about the bracelet. You need a nap.
You know I get mad when you tell me I need a nap.
Like you're a toddler.
Don't tell me to go to sleep. I go to sleep when I'm ready.
Okay, AD. I don't want to take a nap.
Anyway.
Let's go.
My next question. Who played Cruella de Vil in the 1996 live action 101 Dalmatians?
Glenn Close.
Okay.
And I found this out recently.
What?
She had it put into her contract that she got to keep all of the wardrobe from that movie.
It was some bad wardrobe.
Yep.
Like bad isn't good bad. Like she had some bad outfits.
They didn't realize how much it was all gonna cost, and she got away with a good amount of clothes.
What you mean they didn't realize how much it was gonna cost?
Because
like, after the fact, like how people wanted to.
Pretty much, yeah.
Got you.
Yeah,
okay.
like
whoever that designer was, they did their thing.
They did the thing.
All right.
You should probably know this one. How much power does it take to fuel the flux capacitor in Back to the Future?
Oh, I can picture it in my head. I can hear it in my head. Cause it's something gigawatts, ain't it?
It is.
Some gigawatts. I can picture him saying it.
Mm-hmm.
But how many gigawatts is it? Gigawatt?
Terrible.
Gigawatt.
Terrible.
Is it a 2-digit number?
It's like a
3-digit number.
It's 3 digits, but there's a dot in there.
Some gigawatts, right?
It's something gigawatts.
Something gigawatts. Do we start with a 2?
No. There's a 2 in it.
Give me a hint.
I've already given you.
What's the first number?
I can't. I gave you a 2. I can't give you nothing else. Oh my dear Jesus.
Do it start with a 1?
Okay.
1.
Okay.
So 1 point some.
Oh God. Come on.
Did you say there's a 2 in there or no?
Oh, I did. I did say there's a 2 in there.
1.21 gigawatt.
It took you long enough.
That's right.
1.21 gigawatts.
That's what I said.
Let's start with a 1. A 1? Like I'm gonna give you the answer.
1.21 gigawatts. I can hear it in my head, but I couldn't remember the number. But now
1.21 gigawatts.
Okay.
1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott.
We almost done, ain't we?
Yep. This is pretty much the last one. We got extras we could throw in there.
Okay. You got extras. I ain't got extras because I had to use one of my extras.
Oh, so when you said
earlier.
extras, you had one extra.
Like 2 extras.
I remember you, because you were in here and I was in the front. You was like, how many you got? I was like, 13.
I was like, what?
I know better.
Anyway, name this movie. This man is a husband. This man is a father. This man has patience. This man is a doctor. This man talks to patients. This man... What?
Come on.
This man has patients that sometimes gallop.
Dr. Dolittle.
Fly and buzz.
When you said he has
shed.
patience and he's a doctor, I was like, yeah, it's Dr. Dolittle, but I wanted to hear the next clue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dr. Dolittle.
There are at least 3 different versions of Dr. Dolittle.
Mm-hmm.
The original.
We have never seen the one that got.
Because
What's his name?
Robert Downey. Jr. I heard it was awful. I heard it was hot.
But you about to say that original one.
The original
and
one.
Eddie.
And then Robert. Bobby. All right. Last one.
Okay.
And then I'll give you these extras. You probably see it now. It's on the back of the thing.
I wasn't looking.
What is the name of the opening number from the 2016 musical La La Land?
What was the name?
Yep. What's the name of the opening
number?
Yeah, the first song that you hear in La La Land.
Oh, I know this. I know
you
this.
do.
I know this.
You know it. I play it all the time.
Another day of sun.
That's right.
It's just another day of sun.
All right. Here are these extras.
I think I had a bonus.
Okay. What you got for me?
Oh yeah. This is my bonus.
Okay.
The genie was stuck in the lamp how long before Aladdin found
10,000 years.
Okay.
Can give you such a crick in the neck.
There you go. You got it.
What villain did Jim Carrey portray in Batman Forever?
Batman Forever. I'm trying to picture his face. Was he white?
Jim Carrey is white.
No, I know he's white. Like, was his costume? Was it white?
No, it was not. No.
He wasn't a Joker.
No.
He was that question mark thing.
Correct.
What is that question mark thing called? He had a question mark suit.
Uh-huh.
It was white. And
he did have a white one. He had a white one at the end, but it was more like a glittery. I'm thinking more of like the signature look for this.
So the signature look was the question mark. And the white suit, but I can't remember.
No, the signature look is green with the question mark. The white suit, you're still thinking of the end.
Oh, okay. I can't remember the name of the character though.
It's the Riddler.
The Riddler. Duh.
The Riddler. Yeah.
The Riddler.
That one.
Because of the riddles. Because of the question mark.
Yeah.
And the riddles.
The riddles. Who plays the genie in the live action adaptation of Aladdin?
Will
who?
Willard Smith.
Willard
Smith, my birthday twin.
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
What's the first rule of Fight Club?
To fight? I don't know. What's
Everyone must fight.
Oh, is that the answer?
No.
Right?
No.
Oh, no. What's the first rule of it? Because I've never seen Fight Club.
Ooh.
What?
Word.
Is
You
that
never
bad?
seen it?
You scared me. Is that bad? Is this like a cult classic?
Yes. I'm gonna put it to you like this. We were hanging out with Louis Keys one day. It was me and Howard and Louis, and we put on Fight Club for him, and we watched. Everyone who's seen Fight Club knows the moment that I'm talking about, but there's a specific moment where everything is kind of revealed, and to watch the look on his face from like sheer confusion kick in to like utter astonishment was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. Cause he goes, and I was literally sitting there doing that because I was like, that's how I felt.
It's like, you see it. Okay, what's the first rule?
The first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club.
Oh.
The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
So that's all the rules.
That's all the rules of Fight Club.
Okay, who's in Fight Club?
Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, like the group?
Hell no.
Oh,
Well, Meatloaf is the act. Like he's this one guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's his.
I don't know why I thought Meatloaf was a group.
It's like Meatloaf, the lead singer, and then the band. I don't know what he calls his band.
Oh, but I'm right.
Well, no, you said the group.
Well, I mean, I knew it was something to do with music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then Helen Botham Carter. I think that's her middle name. The one who's in all the Tim Burton stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna have to watch Fight Club one day.
Fight Club. And what was the other movie said we had to watch? It was something else we just said we
The
had
Bodyguard.
To watch. Bodyguard. Mm-hmm. That's on the list.
Mm-hmm. What?
At the burp.
Oh. The burpity burps. Yeah. That cracked you up. Why did that make you laugh?
I don't know.
You know I like to sing everything.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's get into the weekly motivation.
Okay.
To get everybody through till the next time. So, what you got for him, baby?
Weekly motivation.
Do 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 do. Weekly motivation.
Okay.
Sound
like Go Power Rangers.
That's how your cadence was like that. That's why I started going with it.
Do I even have one?
Yeah, I mean, you do what you can.
What is my weekly motivation? What would I say to myself?
What would you say to yourself?
I always say keep pushing because I be tired, y'all. I be tired, man.
Pushing.
Like for real. Working. You know what I'm saying? The business got to run. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Mothering,
wifing. You know,
cooking,
putting up social media content. You know, I be tired,
boss,
and busy, but
I was tired.
I ain't gonna complain because business is going good.
Yeah,
it's going well.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say, keep on pushing, no matter what. You know, wash them dishes, cook that food,
cook them greens,
do that laundry. You don't have to fold it right away. Cause we don't. That thing will stay.
We are millennials, 100%. We got
baskets.
I done bought so many damn baskets for us to live out of. Well, because we actually need to buy some more like drawer space. But even if we had drawers, we were stuffing them holes in drawers.
Clothes are clean though.
They're clean,
okay,
fresh.
They just won't always get folded.
Flowery fresh.
Yes,
but folding, who got the time?
But the apartment clean though.
Is it? Spickety span it is.
So just keep on pushing and
there's
live your life. Okay. That's the only motivation I got this week. And that's great motivation because it's motivating myself. Back to you, Alfonso.
Terrible. So I had mentioned about my panic attack, right? So to give kind of like detail, my panic attack was like paralyzing. I actually couldn't move my body. I got like really heavy, really tense for like 7 straight minutes. It was kind of hard to like, my throat was really tight. It was a terrifying experience for both of us because it just kind of happened because I was talking about a lot of things that I was feeling. And when I got to a certain point, I just kind of shut down. And then I thought I was fine. I thought I recovered. And then the next night I couldn't sleep. My mind was just racing, just constantly racing. And then I did get to sleep. I think I got to sleep at like 4. And then I had a cough that woke me up. So I ended up getting like an hour of sleep. And then I had to call in because I didn't want to put myself in any danger. And then slept till 11:30. And then after that point, I was just like, there are so many things that I am not doing for myself. Like I get up, I go to work, and I'm like constantly like doing for others, having to stop my work to go help somebody else, which I have no problem with. But then I'm still responsible to get my work done, and I come home and I need to be a good husband and father, but I'm not taking any time to actually like do something for me other than like playing video games. And even then, that's just an escape. It's not really me working on myself. So we have this big white dry erase board that we've had for a while. We just had nowhere to put it. So I put it up on the wall in here, and I wrote on it, "What have you done for you today?" And every day this week, I've written down something that I've done for myself where I wanted to do it, and it wasn't like I played the game and I put it on the list, but I didn't play it because I was trying to get away from something. I did it because I wanted to play it because I wanted to. And then I got to go to the gym and I got to do all this other stuff. And it's like sometimes we spend so much time doing for others that we don't know how to do for ourselves. We don't know how to uplift ourselves because we're too busy uplifting other people. We don't know how to take care of ourselves because we're too busy taking care of other people. So actually take some time and take care of you, because if you take care of yourself and you are conscious enough to make an effort to take care of yourself, then the people that you are taking care of will be able to be taken care of because you're taking care of you. You're putting your health, your physical health, your mental health on the forefront so they can be taken care of, it can be handled, and then you can handle everything else that you need to handle. And then ever since then, I just felt like, I'm tired of not getting what I want. I'm tired of feeling like I don't deserve certain things. I need to start putting it out there that this is what I want to do. And that's where I'm at. Like, I had a situation with my pay. I've been supposed to be getting a raise since like October, and it's been like dragging. And it wasn't on my paycheck today. Instead of getting mad and being like, oh, well, they'll figure it out. No, I was like, hey, I ain't getting my stuff. I need something handled. And it's going to get handled, I have been told. And if it's not handled next time, I'm going to say something again. Like, hey, this is starting to become a pattern. Like, I need my stuff. I work hard. I don't complain. I just want what I earn. Money. We need it. This camera, got to pay off this camera by April 14th. It's got to get paid. We need this money. But all that to say, just put you first sometimes. Because if you don't, then other people will have to take care of you because your health won't be where it needs to be. How does that sound?
That's real. That's a word right there.
That is a word.
That's motivation for me.
That's right.
I'm listening to that right there.
That's right. I talked to you a lot about it, and it's something that I know it's important for both of us because, like, I try to take care of you. You try to take care of me, but why are we not taking care of ourselves so that, we've been together 10 years. This is actually year 11. So we need to be together for 30 more. We got to start,
self-care.
Fixing it.
Self-care is the best.
That's right. That's right. We thank you all so much for listening to today's episode. We're glad that we were able to get it to you. I was glad to kind of wake up and bring the funk today. Tell them where to find you on social media.
Instagram, Mickey Styles IG. On Facebook, Mickey Styles Salon.
RIP _ Instagram and Twitter. YUPod _ on Instagram. YUPod on Twitter. If you are watching on the YouTube channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. If you want to take us on the go, make sure you're tuning in on the sites where you get your podcast. If you're on Apple Podcasts, leave that 5-star rating. It helps with the algorithm so people can find us. If you're anywhere else, just go ahead and share it with them. All you got to do is hit share and then send it however you send your messages. And then boom, we are now in your ears or in front of your eyes of your friends and your family, because this thing, it's going to happen. Like, it's going to happen. Let's get on board now before it's too late. I just didn't know. I didn't know where I was going with it.
Before it's too late.
I don't know. I don't know where I was going with it.
Enough.
Pretty much. All right. So let's go ahead and shut it down, huh? For Kayla.
Love y'all. Thank y'all.
And Alfonso, we bid you a good day and adieu. Remember, wash your hands, wear a mask, love each other, air hug each other, be nice to each other, be good to each other. The only way we're going to get through this thing is if we take care of each other, take care of yourselves, because you will win. The way you going to win Is win as a winner? I don't know.
You ain't got it.
I don't got it.
Still ain't got it.
I know. I don't never.
If I'm
get
a win, I'm a win as a winner.
That's right. If you gonna win, you gonna win as a winner.
Say right. Okay.
We love you. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.
Bye.